In 2001, David Huddleston asked a number of people who were involved in the arts and sailing community to get together to meet to discuss the possibility of developing a building in the Cox shipyard, which at that point was called the Dorothy and Gale Building. We opened in 2003, in May of 2003, with a show by a number of local performers. And shortly after that, Basement Theater did its first production here. At that point, we were just functional. We had a space, 6 lights, and that was about it. We would bring in the town's wooden risers and put the town's plastic seats down. So the real challenge has been to go from that to what we are now, which is a fully equipped theater. In the beginning, we decided that we wanted to have a multi-use space. And the first thing we realized is that if we had fixed seating, we could only use this place as a theater. So our idea was to have movable risers. Little did we know what that meant. It took us a number of years and the help of Canadian Heritage and fundraising effort to raise the $100,000 to develop this movable riser system, which came from England. And it's a wonderful system. It only takes about 10 minutes to get it set up or to break it down. And it seats about 100 people. And of course, then upstairs, we have the same kind of seats, but fixed for another about 80. In 2005, we got an ACOA grant and, of course, had to raise some more money to complete the facility, and it included tiling all the, the lobby and the dressing rooms and the main floor, and the curtain system that we have here, and the lighting, which was another project with Canadian Heritage help, and that was astronomically expensive too. I can't remember how much, but. And we also have a fairly decent sound system for musical shows and the sound you need for theater and dance. And we have 5 of these headsets, and so people can be all over the. Someone can be backstage, someone can be in the box office, someone can be up in the dressing rooms, and we can all communicate with each other. Very handy. It's wireless, which we were very fortunate to get. A lot of them are wired, and they're not as adaptable as these are for our purposes. We're a multi-purpose performing arts center, and also we have a gallery in our lobby for art shows. We have about 5 shows a year, and we focus on local artists. One of the things that's really interesting about what has happened with the Osprey being here is that talent has kind of emerged in a way that it might not have if there hadn't been a place for people to perform.
'Cause I won't let that smile turn to a frown. It was a picnic basket day when I met you. Blow a kiss to the sun and let the night wind spread its velvety blanket down upon the ground.
the biggest challenge that the Osprey faces is in audience development. Because there was no professional art space in the county before we arrived, the activity of going out to arts events had kind of died out. There was quite a lot in the old days in small community halls and church halls, but a lot of that was fading away, and so I think there's almost an entire generation of people who never think to go out to the theater as an entertainment. Now, we have made an inroad here. One of our focuses is get them young, just like the Jesuits, because if you love to come here when you're young, we can only assume that you will continue to come for the rest of your life. Of course, most of our young people have a tendency to leave, but when they come back, we're still here.